strong laning phase, which they should. Invoker very rarely loses his matchup, at least draws even. Gyrocopter gives you very, very good lane presence, and Furion is always able to find farms. So I think they're going to have a good laning phase. They probably won't be pushing and really looking for fights until like 30-35, but I think Fnatic are really going to aim for that 20-minute time where they're going to get really, really aggressive with the Nyx Assassin, with the Doom, try and pick up early Blink Daggers, go for initiation, because once ROX.KIS set up on a team fight, it's going to be very, very hard to contest them.
I also want to point out the importance of this game. I've only just actually realized as I look through this one. This game is basically a must-win for both these teams. ROX.KIS is sitting at 1-1 right now, while Fnatic are actually winless so far in the D2CL. And what is facing both these teams in their last games? ROX.KIS have to play Alliance. First problem. Fnatic then have to play up against Sigma. Now, only the top 3 teams go through, so you basically require now 2 wins to advance yourself in through the top 3. And even by going through in the second and third position, you will also have to go through the first quarterfinal. It's a single elimination bracket to go through the final of the D2CL. So a lot of matches not to be played, a lot of matches to win. Is basically it. So a lot on the line right now. The winner of this will almost basically decide who goes through in that third position, or at least puts in a contest. If Fnatic end up winning this, they level the score with ROX.KIS, and then we have ourselves in a tie situation until the last game is played. Yeah, Fnatic, I think they're in a good position. If they win this, they'll be in a good position to fight Sigma. I think they have a pretty good chance of taking that series as well. ROX.KIS is pretty much do or die for them, because unless they provide a monster upset and take out Alliance, they have to win this matchup right here. Yeah. Well, now Disruptor being picked up, so Fnatic, I mean, we haven't seen a Nyx Assassin support in ages, but pretty much locks down that Nyx Assassin going to be that offlane hero. Doom, I'm expecting to be, I'm not entirely sure how well Doom will do against Invoker Min. A lot of that depends on the early creep advantage that you get. If it's an armor creep or a region creep, it should be pretty decent. But if you have Doom, just give him a little bit of that time, farm up level 2 in the jungle by being able to grab a big creep and then farm up a camp, have a support sit in lane for you. With some rotations, I think Doom should do well in middle up against Invoker. And then now the question is that carry, though. That's going to really determine the factor, because right now Fnatic have a pretty open lineup. They can go late game right now with Doom being able to help them out. Venomancer and Disruptor, decent supports going into late game. Gyrocopter isn't the hardest carry in the world, but I think Fnatic with Nature's Prophet with an Invoker and a Gyrocopter, I don't think you want to go late up against that. No. I think Fnatic pick up a really aggressive carry here and try and end the game by 30. Yeah, they've got to, man, because ROX.KIS are already going to be aggressive on them. Chen is their final selection. You're going to have a Chen army and Nature's Prophet army pushing in, while you got Jar to clean up the creep wave, and then Bane to cause troubles for anyone that gets a little bit too close. And Venomancer won't be able to hold this. Plague Wards isn't designed to deal with that kind of push coming out from ROX.KIS. And there's nobody that can pull the creep wave out. Like, what are you going to do? Thunderstrike the creep wave, the Disruptor? It'll do a little bit of damage and might be able to grab the aggro, but you got to come in so close to do that. You'll be in trouble. And send man. All right, so we've really just had the whole kit and caboodle. I know Banskip was saying it earlier today when we're casting up the Cena Cup. It's like, have you like just last 3-4 days worth of play in the Dota 2 scene, and we've had heroes from everywhere being played. Yeah, it's a sign of really good balance, a really healthy meta. If you are able to pay, pretty much every single hero is viable in a certain strategy. So. Centaur. Ice Frog, don't break the game now. Okay. No more patch logs. Let's just keep it as this and just add techies. All right. I really think a Tornado EMP is going to be the biggest thing here. ROX.KIS, if they get really, really good control, if they have good tornadoes and good EMPs that drain away that Centaur mana, the team fights one from there. Like Centaur, though, those are both low mana pool heroes that depend on their mana pretty heavily. So I'm not really convinced here with Fnatic's lineup. Well, man, convince yourself shortly. Or Yeah, if it's good or bad. Either way, I'm looking at lanes moving out. It's going to be Trixie up on this top lane, but they're going to try and run a dual lane maybe. This is Fly moving out with Ward, so it could just be a solo off lane with some decent warding. But they could try and dual lane this. And then they'll be going up against a Gyro. For now, ROX.KIS haven't left their base just yet completely, but Goblin should be inside of his own jungle. Solo will be the middle lane, Invoker going up against Harney's Nyx Assassin in the mid lane. And that puts Era on the safe lane as the Centaur with Notel supporting him, up against an off-lane Nature's Prophet, which will be played by Seedoy. And that leaves our last ones, which is, I already mentioned Fly as the Venomancer, but it's Yol, who will be the Bane and Goblin as the Chen. And our last one, which is BZZ, which is the top gyrocopter.
So looking at this matchup, dual lanes coming out from Fnatic. Interesting idea, but also a little surprising to me that they put Doom in that dual lane rather than the Centaur. Centaur's a little bit tankier. He has good amount of starting armor, etc., etc. Trixie also doesn't have the immediate use of the jungle unless he's going to be angling for this hard camp. Without that, he has no jungle advantage whatsoever, which is supposed to be a big thing about carry Doom, is that you're able to farm up really, really quickly thanks to you just jumping into the jungle every once in a while, pick up a couple of camps, and especially with the Midas, you farm really, really quickly and gain a huge gold advantage and never really lose that thanks to Doom's passive abilities. So. Yeah. I'm surprised that they're running the Doom up here, and it's kind of questionable for me. Unless they thought it was an aggressive tri-lane, I don't really see the reason for it.
No, man, look at him walk over. If he just cuts the tree line, he'll see the creep and he'll grab a saddle. That's the first creep. I thought ROX.KIS was going to block that. There's an observable there for Yol. He could have done it with his own body as well. And now he's going to block, but it's too late. The creep's being given over to Fnatic. So they already have their advantage on this top lane. And as far as the bottom lane goes, I think the starter was just meant to harass Seedoy out with just this Thunderstrike. And when he's out of mana, then Notel will just start pulling. Find his level 3 and then rotate up towards top lane, because then he'll be actually effective in doing something on this map. Okay, top lane, Trixie's in a lot of trouble. Goblin took the Nightmare off him, and he's sending his Centaur up so BZZ can go down. He's still got a full Rocket Barrage available. The Gal will come out from Fly, and BZZ decides never to use his Rocket Barrage in that entire fight, and they might be never getting that. Goblin very, very low on life. Has to be very back and defensive, and now still no Rocket Barrage because there's a full creep wave there, so there's not much point. But Fly running away from a Centaur. The Centaur is trying to finish the kill right now, but it will not do. No, it will be successful. And Trixie even body blocking it so that he can last it and take the money for it. Not quite sure what's meant to be happening up here in the top lane.
All right, well, really good juke by Trixie. He knew that as long as he avoided the Centaur, that was the only important thing. Rocket Barrage, he was going to take a lot of damage, sure, if he was isolated, but it was the Centaur stun that would have made sure that he actually went down. So as long as he juked that, so good job by him, not really panicking or anything like that, but it's still a lot of issues for Fnatic. They're still going to have the Doom having a hard time against this lane. Seedoy's having a great time in this bottom lane. You can actually see what he's doing right now. He's has his treants in the pull, and he's actually trying to get last hits from below the cliff. And, either way, he still draws experience. Godbless is going to go down, yep.
Yeah, Flies right on top of him. He's very low.
He's going for the last hit, I think. Oh, deny, yes! Well done, Goblin. You notice how he just kind of sat there and was like, go for it, Fly. I got this.
Radiant's top tower is
He was
under
taking it also hits from the side creep.
Oh,
so
no,
I think he realized he had two. Fly could be our first blood.
Yep.
Yeah, I would love
go for the courier. Go for the courier.
Yeah. No!
Oh, that would have been such a good save by him if he had gotten that courier, because then it would have been worth it. But Godblack with the big plays denies away first blood and actually ends up getting it because of that.
I know Godblack's someone that sends a lot of feedback to Ice Frog, and he's probably just sitting there going right now, it's like, well, Ice Frog, I'd really like you to change this because I know it's broken, but at the same time, please don't change it. Bottom lane, Seedoy, real trouble for him. Fnatic with that double edge and the clap, they've got the kill.
Yeah, he finally gets a little bit too close. The level 3 on Disruptor, once you have that level 2 glimpse, it gives you so many opportunities against offlaners because you just show up.
They're coming in for Solo right now. The Courier's here, but the Gals managed to connect on Solo, and, well, he doesn't have mana to invoke anything. He's dead. There's proper TPing in right now to try and get a bit of collateral kill, which they're going to do. Hani, the Spy Carapace came up, but Fly did a really good job. He took the aggro away, and now Cedoy might be a little bit too deep. That Poison Stick's making it very, very difficult to get away, not to mention the stun from Hani, and Hani again under the tower, and Fly again takes the aggro to make sure Hani doesn't lose too much. And up on top lane, Trixie forced back with a rocket barrage after what appeared to be a nightmare initiation. Fnatic are getting the upper hand in the middle lane. Hani, okay, middle lane's gone. EMP burn, one more attack, it's enough. Invoker gets the kill, taking also a lot of damage from the tower, but he gets a revenge kill on Hani.
That was kind of silly, especially Cedoy's play, like not recognizing the full bottle up on Hani, that the inevitable turnaround that was going to happen there. A bit of a mistake that kind of offset the first blood that was fed away early on, but we're soon going to have that Centaur ultimate, and Trixie's actually getting a decent amount of farm against this tri-lane.
Trixie's out here so far. He's trying to bait them up, which is why Yol's so close, but Hani completely airballs the stun. At least the Gale was able to connect, which means Yol is going to attempt a denial, but not going to happen. They saved the mana burn for him. BZZ, you're right, he stayed in close there for no real apparent reason, and Vendetta is off cool. Oh, actually, is now available, and it's going to be a double kill for Hani. What a successful rotation.
Yeah, this is not the ROX.KIS that we knew and loved 2 to 3 months ago. Like silly plays like BZZ just running into 3 heroes like that, your support is dead. There is nothing that is going to stop that at all. And now, like, ROX.KIS, I'm already kind of questioning some of the plays that they've been doing, so I don't expect them to be on top of the fact that Centaur Ultimate is about to be up, which means that Fnatic can go for even more kills and make even bigger plays, because how many teams are adept at being able to go, oh yeah, don't forget that Centaur Ultimate? No teams are really dealing with that a whole lot right now. So
yeah, you don't really think of that. They'll be looking more at the Doombringer and saying, he's about to crack level 6, man.
Yeah, and all of a sudden Stampede is coming at you, and you're like, oh, I forgot about that.
So Bane gets doomed up, and then Gyro gets stampeded, and life just becomes more than hard. It becomes impossible.
Yeah, somehow Trixie is able to pick up level 6 against a tri-lane thanks to that big counter gang. I mean, that was a really good rotation. Nyx Assassin and the Venomancer teleporting top. That was perfect timing by them. But still, the fact that Trixie was doing well at all in this lane is a bit of a surprise.
They're going to hunt the jungle. Hani's just going to grab a DD rune right now. Puts it in his bottle. He could have actually gone straight up, but he wants to go back into the middle lane. Trigger off the Vendetta. I thought he was going to go searching for Goblak, because he's an easy kill. Goblak's been missing off the map. He was part of the top lane for a little bit, but as you saw before when the 2 heroes died in top, Goblak never even showed his face. So because of that, they know that something is awry. He's probably just farming up inside the jungle, which means at one point they'll probably go and gank, but then at the same time, maybe they don't really care, because Centaur's about to finish up in a little bit of time with his farm rate right now, a Vanguard before the 10-minute mark. Which means Centaur's not going to care. In fact, I take it back. I take it back. I wasn't looking at the Courier. He has a Vanguard before 7 minutes.
Yep.
Without a Midas. Treads up as well. I don't think anybody has the DPS and ROX.KIS to kill off this Centaur without killing themselves in the process.
This is kind of how I feel about Slardar, the same way I feel about Centaur. Like, Vanguard very, very early on, sure, it makes you really tanky, but was delaying your blink dagger. So if he's able to farm up the blink fast enough and he gets really just constantly looking for fights after that, I'm good with it. But for right now, maybe a blink dagger, like, you have so many opportunities to get aggressive right now really early on. Just imagine Centaur picking up a blink and teleporting top. BZZ doesn't stand a chance against that double edge damage.
TP come to middle lane. Notel wants to focus on this Invoker. I think they're getting a little bit concerned about how much space Solo has been able to achieve as this Invoker. So while the bottom tower is being pressured and Solo's attention might be elsewhere, they're trying to jump in mid. Fly's already putting up a couple of wards. What's the vision for Solo? Nothing. He's blind. Actually, look across the map. They don't have a single observer ward out. Just hit the 8-minute mark and the new set of wards haven't been planted yet. So Solo is literally blind in the mid.
Oof.
Hani missed his stun. He was also trying to do that one up the hill without seeing it perfectly, but with a DD rune triggering and now a haste as well, go kill someone. Vendetta and run. He won solo.
They're just running things, man.
He won solo. That's what he wants right now.
But a good tornado will stop
Oh,
this.
they're going to glimpse him. They're going to glimpse him back.
Yep.
Pull him in. There goes your tornado. 2 up in the air, but the Gale will connect. And Hani, well, at least they took off the DD route, but there's a lot of damage being returned. Godblack's in close to the flag cannon. Kill for Chen. The Sprout will go over on Fly, and the call down will also hold him there, and Bold gets the kill. Gyro takes 1, Godblack takes 2. Damn, you're right. That tornado was perfect.
Yeah,
it took away everything.
Yeah, basically Hani had a slight error there, which was don't pop the haste before the tornado. Because tornado hits you, there goes the double damage, there goes your haste, there goes that big advantage that was supposed to be had for Fnatic. But now the turnaround.
They're dragging dragging BZZ, and they doom him up, but there's not enough damage to kill off BZZ with just that. In fact, the Thunderstrike ends up going on the Chen creeps as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under
It's the
attack.
Stampede, man. It's 2 different engagements that they have yet to use Stampede.
That time actually had Sentinel there in the mid.
Yeah, they easily could have, I think they could have popped Stampede there and chased down BZZ. Because all it takes is you getting in contact with him and then he's slowed up. And they could have finished him off easily. And ROX.KIS weren't ready for a fight. They had already used the Gyrocopter ultimate earlier. They kind of had low mana, that sort of thing. Furion ultimate was down. They weren't ready for a fight. I don't think they would have contested BZZ going down.
Solo's about to be dragged back into this lane. Wait, what? No, till I glimpse up at 3 points. I just realized too just how deep inside the lane he was, so we couldn't grab him straight away. He's looking at BZZ in the mid. Vendetta, stunned, misses. Centaur charge will go, but they're not initiating anybody. There's mistiming right now. It's almost like that global silencer problem, which Team Empire had like 3 weeks ago. Got to make that call in the right time, and it just seemed to be off, just by a bit.
Yeah, and you can't afford to have those kind of issues with a lineup like this. Yeah, Fnatic are still looking very, very good right now, despite the turnaround of kills. Era is a huge factor right now. He's about to get that Blink Dagger, and he's going to be really, really scary. But this is a very, very aggressive early game lineup, and they still have to try and contest a Gyrocopter and an Invoker with a Furion split pushing. Like, that's not easy to get aggressive against, because that's 2 different turtling heroes mixed in with a really strong split pusher.
Like for a moment, I almost had a chance to kill off Doombringer on the top. He was coming in from the side. There's no vision for Fnatic over that area. Trixie already just checked it, so he's feeling rather confident walking nice and close up against this Bane that's trying to find a level 6 of his own. And Hani wants to make sure he never reaches it, and that's exactly what he's going to do. This is an attempted pull thing from Yol, and the stun this time from Hani will connect. 2 hits with a mana burn, and then bomb. Spy Carabas in case they return the damage out. Good kill out from Hani. Now it goes up to 4 for 2 on the kill death assist. In the meantime, Era does what he's supposed to do. Bring down this tier 1 tower on bottom lane. They just promised rotating over to try and get the denial. That's why they use the fortification as well. But with the catapult here, they've got to stay in close. The secondary TP coming in. The wall's trying to keep them away, but it's a good ultimate coming out there from at least one, but okay. Really worked for the Bane, who TP'd in right underneath No Tail's ultimate. That Static Storm just destroyed with him.
Another questionable decision. With like teleporting into a disruptor is always a bad idea, whether it's Static Storm or Glimpse. You're not gonna have an advantage. So, and they even had Stampede up still. Era now has a Blink Dagger off of that, plus gonna be able to get upgraded boots.
Era should be thinking about moving up to top lane now.
Oh god, top.
In fact, he should TP there right now, and that's exactly what he's doing. Trixie, he's just going to survive, and he's not going to be able to. The MP burn's already gone.
And they just showed off Era's Blink Dagger and the fact that he's top too, so they're not going to get caught out, or at least they shouldn't. BCZ though.
Oh, it's nighttime.
Oh god.
They wouldn't have had the full vision back behind the tower with the TP in. Did he TP in the front or the back? I didn't look. Glimpse, back, in, wall, up, jump in, and your extra stun, and then here's the double edge.
Well,
And in the meantime,
middle.
Venomancer gets killed off.
Oh. I thought Solo was close enough to be able to see Centaur, because Centaur moved in front of the tower. But maybe I was wrong.
Yeah. It is rather limited nighttime vision.
Yeah.
There's smoke up here from Hani. He might have to trigger into the Vendetta, which he will do so as he runs high. And Godblack's going to break the smoke up Era. So they know that at least someone's behind him. Are they going to stampede? Solo, cold snap. Now the stun will connect over here. Now find Era some space and then disrupt the Static Storm right on top of Solo. Fiend Script though, glimpsing Yol even further back, which will cancel it off. And Era wants to go in deeper, but the call down, Era is the wise thing. He runs into a corner and he wants to demon edge himself. He can't do it.
Oh, that was a good attempt. He found, I don't know how many players have found this little hole to use before, but that was a good attempt by Era. He just needed half a second for his blink.
Would have been escape to victory.
Well, he's buying Trixie time to farm now. Trixie now has a Vanguard, phase boots, and Era, despite the fact that he went down, he's putting pressure on ROX.KIS. Not many of them are actually farming up, while Trixie is free farming bottom. So, silver linings. But this is still a lineup that should be winning engagements.
They're dragging BTZ back and the wall came up just in time. So Fly already slowed him down. Rocket Barrage not making this easy, not to mention the homing missile too. And that's not enough damage to kill him off. Have not finished the job. And they throw down a... why? Another Sentry Ward in the middle. They're doubling up a little bit there.
I don't know.
They want to inch the ward a little bit closer?
Closer and closer. No, I have no clue. That was, but yeah, they didn't get the kill because Fly missed his kill, which was unnecessary because they already had kinetic field down. You know, Trixie mistakes from both sides.
Doom on Yol. Again, it's being cast without finding a kill. And then Tornado, EMP. Trixie has to run up north. It's the only choice for us. He's completely out of mana. And Hani, there goes your Centaur. They jump up to Seedoy. So a double edge will be able to kill him off. And Trixie got through. The Static Storm makes it really difficult for ROX.KIS. Not to mention they're walking uphill. But it's the fact they're all silenced too. The cooldown's going to be, they're trying to bait them in. Fly sees the first drop, so we'll evade the second. But Fnatic have the high ground. And they have a wall of Plague Wards up there too. Basically pitched to 10. They're coming in, try and get rid of this, guys. Okay, they're not even going to try. EMP's in the middle lane. Tornado will fly up to no tail. There's the Chen Duke, but that's a big hit from Centaur. The Horde softening 3, but Goldblack pops off the hand of God. So they've already got their line back again. Hani looking for another stun. He has to throw it out right now. He's being controlled up by Goldblack's creeps. 2 Centaur stomps as well as a turnaround from the gyro, while Fly being picked up by Seedoy. Era, the only surviving member of Fnatic. Now they're completely turned after they had the high ground advantage. They came down, a triple stun from Centaur, and they still can't take the fight. The hand of God being clutch save.
The Godblack farming up, that was why Godblack was not spending any time in that lane. He was like, you know what? Fine, we'll just let Trixie get farm. As long as I get up a mech, there's no possible way that Fnatic can win these team fights because they don't actually have a whole lot of nuking damage. Like, look at that damage. That is 2 heroes. You have the Nyx Assassin and the Centaur are your big nukers. Your supports, the damage over time of Venomancer and the slow damage of Disruptor as well. Like, you don't have actually any big nukes to follow up Centaur's jump in like that. So unless Centaur and Hani perfectly combo up, they're not going to be able to burst down any heroes. Drawn out team fights will go the way of ROX.KIS.
Fnatic, they're initiating. They saw EMP down. They're going to glimpse at least the gyro back inside the pit, and the wall actually holds him in here. Seedoy, primary target. He's running out. They need an extra stun. He TP'd out in time, down to 70 life points, and that means Trixie straight in the middle of nowhere. This Aegis Immortal can trigger from Gyro, but then Goldblack gives him the mech, so Gyro can just keep fighting. They will bring him down. A little bit of extra splash damage out to Solar, but the Nature's Prophet only bounces through the Venomancer. The Glimpse taking Bane back. They don't want that Fiend's Grip on the front line, but the Era's being chased down by a whole lot of basically green tingling trees. Solo deafening blast in case he was TPing out there, but Era's back behind the tower. Seedoy cleans up the tree line. It's like, okay, where else is he now? In the corner. Tornado goes the wrong way. He's in the corner. Sprout will see him. Actually, too late. The TP blink away out to safety, so they evade everything from there, but it's going to be a tier 1 tower in favor of ROX.KIS, and they're going to push through to the tier 2 tower as well.
Yeah, it's still ROX.KIS winning fights and taking towers that they shouldn't be. They weren't meant to be controlling the game pre-20 minutes. Pre-30 minutes, they shouldn't have been controlling this game. It should be Fnatic using their Centaur. Yeah, look at that gold lead. It's just...
It dips even deeper. 7.5k experience gained in just the last 3 or so minutes. And the gold is also changed by about 7,000. And this is before they're about to do a triple ancient stack.
It's a team just like Power Rangers in their third game. This is a team that has early game, made mistakes, and then are now tilting. Like now they know they can't just pause the game and kind of like sit there back and farm up. You're going to see them go full on aggressively because they have no scaling.
Game's going to be on Seedoy right now. No towel, they should charge it. Blink into the Hawk Stomp. And they should even throw out the Static Storm just for this kill. Maybe a little bit of overkill, but
yeah, a lot of overkill.
And maybe they can capitalize on this. Already, oh, you're not staying here. He got the rocket on no time. That may be all they need. With that extra stun, Solo's got this kill on the Disruptor. Gyro helps to get the kill, and then goes back to his ancient stack farming. That glimpse, in fact, helps BZZ.
Yep. Gets to be part of the kill and yet also keep on farming up. Once he has BKB,
Vendetta. No. The Fiend script, the hands went up for Yol, but he wasn't able to get the grab, and you could see Hani. The second he saw that animation, so it's like, oh, Sentry Ward.
Yeah. Well, they have their double blinks. Doom, what has he got though? I think Doom has to start building into a hard carry. I talked about early, like a blink up on Doom.
He just finished drums.
Yeah, being able to take out the gyrocopter, the Invoker in the beginning of a fight. I don't think he can go that. He has to go for like AC hard carry build if they have any hope of taking this game.
Yeah. Even though like with the Ring of Bacillus, he'll have to sell that straight away because I got a funny feeling Trixie wants to turn that into a Vladimir's offering. Let someone else go on for the mech. You're not actually gonna get that from Venomancer. You're not getting that from Centaur. You're not getting that from Nix's Assifate. This entire team is not walking around with a mech right now. In fact, a really bad position for Fnatic. They don't have that kind of burst heal that lets them just stand during the fights that ROX.KIS have. And obviously, you can never really contest with a Chen with an Aghanim Scepter, which is what I believe he's now trying to build into. Level 2 Hand of Gods up and running 20 minutes in. For Chen, that didn't really have a fantastic start to the game. They're looking great. And ROX.KIS going to force out the tier 2 tower in the mid. Already putting a nice aggressive Observer Ward while they're in the neighborhood. And with the double Centaurs, they're going to actually jump in. Nice Static Storm on top of Solo. The Hand of God will pop. It's a little bit too late coming out from Godblack. Not much more he could do. Seedoy jumping in bit, but BZZ with that BKB. Honey will come in and manage to pick off Yol at the back end of play. The BZZ to stand his ground with a full rocket barrage. He's almost out. There's a small little glimpse just dragging Godblack in range of the tier 2 tower again. While Trixie, he has to battle up against BZZ again. Missiles out, Black Hand's back on cooldown. Now the rocket barrage is going. Centaur will not reach won't reach Godblack. Godblack's able to TP out in time. See, both teams end up losing 3. I looked a lot more messier. I actually kind of felt like ROX.KIS had to control that time because BZZ was hardly touched.
Yeah, the fact that they blew so much on the Invoker because he had Yules, right? So if they initiated with the stun, but the Static Storm coming out from No Tail wasn't going to be enough because then he just would have Yulesed himself and delayed it long enough for the silence to go away, and then he would have thrown down the Tornado EMP. So Doom had to be committed, but it was on a target that was already pretty much halfway dead. So they end up blowing pretty much everything on Solo, and then BZZ just comes in and cleans up.
No Tail, glimpse of hold in the wall. Seedoy's here to help out, but he may not help out enough. No Tail, maybe he does. Hits him from the side. BZZ is very, very low on life. Trixie able to man mode him out. So very low on life. Seedoy dusted up. He tried to Shadow Blade himself away. The dust is about to wear out, so they lose their vision now. Godblack comes in. Hani, well, okay, he found Seedoy. Sentry Ward in the corner. They try to Nightmare him up quickly, and actually Nightmare Hani instead. EMP will burn, lock him in. Centaur stun, Santa Blast still available too. Spike Cappers isn't making it easy for him, but then Doombringer comes in, stole the Centaur Stomp, and returns it directly towards ROX.KIS. Yol sent back by Godblack, so at least he'll be able to save out the Bane, but Chen will sacrifice his own life. Hani in the corner, one last attack from the Centaur, ending somehow Godblack's mega kill streak, which he picked up.
Solo, he's being kind of risky here, but he kind of wants to bait them into the tier 1 tower. And with a really highly mobile hero with Invoker, when he goes Quas Wex, he can kind of afford to be risky like that. I mean, he's got so many jukes against these heroes that, I mean, with 2 different Centaur stuns, one from Doom and one from the actual Centaur, those kind of like melee range stuns don't do much against a hero like Solo's.
Dire's top tower has been
It's over on Trixie right now, but they were looking for a follow-up. That's why it was like Cold Snap, a Cold Snap, and maybe a Yule Scepter into a Cold Snap to buy him that time. And Hani, well, there's a whole lot of wide feet in the ground, so in fact, Sol reveals him out, and then Sentry Ward in mid. Doesn't really help Notel. The solo walks straight past, but Era also jumps in deep, but he misses the stun because of the Yule Scepter. Proper did, however, get completely nuked down with that Static Storm on top of him. 20 to 19, they trade one core for one support in mid. Well, the trade for Fnatic on that one.
Not bad at all, just getting a little over-aggressive, especially since all Fnatic just spawned up. But Hani, I mean, this is the power of a Nyx Assassin.
He's going to jump in right now.
Dear.
They see Solo. He's walking back in range of the ward, so blink up. They got to get that stun, and they set up on YOLO of all people. Just wrong place at the wrong time. Solo sends Era up into the air, but when Tomb comes in, hits him once, and with Era already doing the double edge, they have more than enough damage. Jump in, denies the tower. Stun's going to be wafted out. And Solo just trying to run it out. Forced up, 1 second, but Centaur gets in there for the hoof stomp.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. He had to go into a clutch area like that because I could see Solo continuing those jukes. I mean, you had like the 2 different Centaur stuns, but then you've got a really hard stun to hit like Impale. Solo is just like, as long as he moves like kind of all over the place, chaotically, dodge, duck, whatever that saying is,
yeah,
all those sort of things. It's so hard to actually hit those stuns against him.
Tuck, drop, and roll.
Yeah, I was
Tuck, drop, and roll. That was,
what?
Drop isn't a word.
It's from Redwall, the series.
Is it?
Yeah.
So there's actually a word?
It's the 5D. No, it's the 5Ds. It's duck, dodge, dip, dive, something. ROX.KIS are just so far ahead right now. Mid to late game lineup that was able to win pre-25 minutes. Shadowblade, BZZ is now getting into his first damage item. BKB was really the only necessary thing for him to have, but once he has damage, he's actually going to be a huge factor.
Oh, Hani, he got visible for a moment. Mana burn, jump in, Nyx Assassin gets the kill. The Dagon starts going to work for Hani. Snipe out their heel, take out the Chen, and then look towards the middle lane. Notel, he might think about glimpsing him back. In fact, he's going to do so, but there's no follow-up. Era's busy farming. If he can blink into a hoof stomp, and maybe we'll be looking good.
That's called inconveniencing the enemy. Not killing him, just kind of like, hey, yeah, you wasted 2 seconds of my time.
Could have been worse. Yeah. Era's got 3.5k gold right now. If he goes into a Reaver, he's going to be insanely tanky, but it looks like he's the man that's been put in charge of building into a pipe for the team.
Despite all the errors by Fnatic, this should kind of open people's eyes to how powerful Nyx Assassin is. The fact that he is still still blowing up heroes like Invoker, all because of that maxed out mana burn. Like a 4-second nuke like that against these heroes is just devastating ROX.KIS. Without the Nyx Assassin, ROX.KIS would have already won.
Coming in for Roshan right now, and while the gem, they have managed to purchase it. Last I saw was back at base, and they put it on the Invoker. So if Hani jumps in on this, I don't think he saw that. Yeah, he didn't see Solo go in, but he's definitely flagged at the fact that it's happening.
Oh.
And they saw him up on the high ground with the observer that was planted outside. It's almost a straight blink out. It's been revealed. Hani, Carapace.
I couldn't figure out why he didn't actually throw the grip. Solo moved out of range just as he did that because he has the gem. They had no counter wards now. It's like that had to be a gem play. Solo just moved out of range right as he goes for the kill, completely blocking Yul's attempt at picking off Hani.
Well, Solo doesn't play a team game. It's written in his name. They're going to smoke up and come in for a kill. And Hani, well, they see him this time, but very quick to blink out.
Well played.
Just retreat out. Well, that's a delayed EMP. It's just say pinging it. Godblake leaves one observer wall behind, and you'll see Era, Notel, all move in. That sentry was just out of range of it too. ROX.KIS, maybe they go back to what they started before. I don't think they really want to take Roshan in such a confined area. It could really it could end so badly for them. But Roshan is down to like almost half his life points. So just send Solo and a whole bunch of trees in there, and then they counter-initiate. Looks to be the objective right now.
Fully committing to Roshan would be a terrible idea. Solo by himself, though, has a really good lead on Tornado. That line is perfect where Fnatic are all going to be very, very lined up despite the large area for them to work around. So him being in that Roche pit is not a problem whatsoever. I'm surprised they didn't actually fully commit to solo with that plan, just because ROX.KIS are so far ahead right now. I think they can afford to take a fight as long as it's not everyone inside the Roche pit getting 5-man Centaur stunned.
Right now, we've at least got a push on the top lane coming out from Nature's Prophet, who throws out the ulti, so at least it'll take her out a lot, but Hani, C2 needs to stun him, got the stun, boom! Nice.
Hani's playing very, very well this game. Like, his really fast reactions on Blink Dagger, his positioning in team fights to get as many mana burns as possible.
They're running in mid. There's already the jump up. There's Doombringer with a Blink Dagger. Then to the Centaur stomp. There's going to be a glimpse back to pull him in, and whoa! Chen tried to send him out, but he basically got pulled from one side of the map to the other. Hani now comes in. It's the Son of God Black. They've got to stop that Mech and Hand of God from going off. In fact, he's still got the Hand of God available. Not really required, he's the only one injured, with BZZ buying back into the fight now. And almost with, actually he had the perfect save timing, he just couldn't do it with the glimpse as well. Now stunned through 2 heroes, jump in, Hawk Stomp, as well as the kinetic field up and running, so ROX.KIS have to stand and fight, while the rest of them can walk away. Remember, VROX.KIS also dropped the gem, now be grabbed up by Godblack. Rock on the back of Trixie, stunned up too. Hawk Stomp for him is available, but with a Chen nuke, dropping him down. They get the kill. Another kinetic field also going up. Godblack, he's going to actually die right now to just a Thunder Strike. While the Bane was trying to catch up to get this last hit out in Era. He's got himself some space with the Halberd. He's going to let that Vanguard do some work. No tell. He's trying to glimpse C2 further away, but he'll end up dying anyway. Now ROX.KIS can go in for Roshan.
Look at that team fight. That was ROX.KIS making a lot of positioning errors and Fnatic hitting like multiple 2-man or 3-man stuns, and they still didn't win the team fight. ROX.KIS did buy back on Gyrocopter, which was the big turnaround there, but with only 1 buyback, it goes to show how far Fnatic, how far behind they are when they get a great team fight like that and they still don't actually win the whole entire engagement.
Well, Fnatic had to use 2 buybacks. They used it on Doom as well as over on Disruptor.
Yeah, towards the end. I'm saying the first part of that fight where they went in, they jumped in, just the Gyrocopter buying back was enough to turn the fight and put Fnatic on the defensive.
Quite true. Fnatic thought they had it all in the bag when they got that first kill. Now they're basically keeping their eyes on Roshan while Nature's Prophet split pushes up on top and works into his own side device, and Solo walks around with 506 movement speed when phase boots are turned on. They could almost outrun a Bloodseeker if Bloodseeker got his movement speed capped.
This Halberd on Centaur is good because Flat Cannon is effective not just against him, but everyone else on his team. So it makes sense. But I don't think Centaur is the kind of carry that you want to be able to pick up a Halberd. Like, he should welcome the auto attacks because of return. He should be going, yes, thank you, auto attack me, because it just means I'm doing more damage, more burst damage against you. So he really needs that extra bit of strength, but I think Halberd is a really defensive item for him, which Centaur as your 1 is sort of like all-out aggression.
He's committing this time. They got everyone inside the pit for Godblack. Caught inside the kinetic field in the static storm, but he's just tanking it out. This guy's got a point boost for an Ogre Club. He doesn't really care too much about that kind of piddly harassment. Roshan, okay, they are still going to back out. The Plague Ward comes in just that little bit closer. We're watching Roshan's movements very, very, very tightly. While Hani is farming up middle lane. Like, he's just not even caring about this standoff that's going on. He'll blink over and help out if he needs to.
Look at this commitment of wards. You have double Roshan wards being placed up just in case one is countered. Which I'm sure it will in good time. But I like this. ROX.KIS smoking up, getting around Fnatic. They could end this game right now. If they end up picking off Fnatic like this, I don't think Fnatic have any hope.
Well, they basically just need to get a blink into a Fiend's Grip without having a stun or a glimpse around them, which means Nick, Centaur, as well as Disruptor are the 3 ones we have to look at. I should probably say Doombringer too, because he's walking around with his own stun, but, well, Venom's the only one in the neighborhood, and he won't be there fast enough. Make the Tornado, just to make sure Venomancer doesn't do anything stupid. In fact, just TP himself away to safety. But the Doombringer goes down, and now, with buyback on cooldown, I think we can finally say Roshan will be finished.
we've had like 10 minutes of where Roshan has been attempted by teams. But yeah, they know Hani is top. Furion kind of baited that one. He's been teleporting top and summoning trees to act like he's there to sort of bait Hani into going to check out the jungle and see if he's actually over there or not. With him away, Yule's Scepter being picked up, I don't know about this. I think you need extra burst. I think he's
trying to take a hero out.
Yeah.
Like if you can get yourself in there and you basically put Bane up in the air to cancel the Fiend's Crew without having to use your stun on him or something along these lines. Because his burst damage is, I would say, it's not enough to kill off the Chen or the Bane.
Yeah, just with Doom, though, not having a damage item yet. Even like AC being worked on or anything like that.
Yes, you did feel the
You need damage. Like, you need damage. Extra disables, like, I don't care. If you don't have damage, then
the Aghanims upgrade.
From
for Doombringer.
Oh, he could go the Aghanims upgrade.
Yeah,
is what you're
it's
saying?
actually a big increase on the damage output coming from Aghanims.
Yeah, if he stays constantly in vision, that sort of thing. But
No,
I think
it's not even that. Like, this is actually something I can't remember who I was casting with the other day about this, but the base increase of damage from it was Synderen. It was Synderen, and we're discussing saying, well, if he walks with him, then he'll do more damage. But if you actually check the Aghanims upgrade, your damage per second is actually increased. At level 3, you go from 70 to 110. So you get an extra 40 damage per second coming out from that, and that's for a 15-second duration.
But it's still a 1, not allowing you to go into physical damage. Like that's you pick up a Doom, you pick up upgraded Doom, but where you don't turn that into any late game scalability whatsoever. And then on top of that, it's damage over time against a team that you don't want to go damage over time again.
Gold Black, Heinz has got to jump for a double blinks. Triple blinks in with Yol coming in for the 9-minute block out that initial damage. A glimpse.
And another one.
You're coming back, y'all. Double edge out. Good EMP tornado. Deafening blast. Last hit came in from the disruptor, but Era not looking healthy. Actually able to evade out a lot of that damage. The Doom is now over on the gyro. The Venomancer already also flew out, so Solar's gunked up by that, but his movement speed's already so high he doesn't really care. But this Doom, oh, that poison. Last one, Mana Burn. They trigger. Jaeger's the Immortal, but they want more. Glimpsing, Solo back down again. Trixie perfectly waiting for him. There's still a hoof stop available from Era, but they won't need to use it. Hani completely balls up his stun because Cito went invis with the Shadow Blade. Put in the Sentry Wall, but just a little bit too late. But now a fight finally goes the way you're a Fnatic, and they can dish out a lot of damage here. Invoker does not have buyback. That's a 50-second window.
Yeah, they got to commit. It's 35 minutes in. It's getting a little bit late, but I have to say, like, they've been on the knife's edge this whole entire time. It's been very, very impressive the fact that they've still managed to, because one lost team fight, I think, is all it's going to take for ROX.KIS to take such a huge advantage, especially with heroes like Nature's Prophet, who just give you such a big advantage once you win the team fight with split push. But Fnatic just barely holding on every single time. Now they just won this big team fight thanks to that double pick off on the 2 supports. That was good. That was good. It gives them back in the game a little bit more, but it's still
actually shoots them ahead in the game. Check out the experience graph. As far as the kills go, like they're in front by 5, but they're pulling a lot more resources as far as XP out of this map to a point where they're 7,000 XP in front. And then you got the gold on that, which is still going the way of ROX.KIS, which is understandable considering the Roshans, but at the same time, not as understandable.
Era's in trouble.
Yeah, Blink, very quick.
That was really well done. I mean, you can critique anything about Fnatic this game, but one thing you can't say anything about is their blink dagger timings, man. Oh my god.
Well,
Him and Hani. Really excellent reactions there. But yeah, I mean, sure, Fnatic might be ahead in experience and slightly by gold right now, but ROX.KIS are going to do a lot more with the experience and gold that they have. They have an Invoker, they have Furion, they have Gyrocopter. Great late game heroes. Chen falls off a little bit as a support. All he is a send back as you go later into the game. But he's making that better by the Aghanims upgrade that he's going to have. So every 30 seconds, especially these team fights are going to be pretty drawn out. You can expect him to actually be able to get off 2 of those ultimates. So that's pretty powerful. And Bane, excellent control going into late game. Absolutely. So ROX.KIS, I feel, are still very much ahead, despite the gold graph and the experience graph saying something different. It's just the fact that ROX.KIS are going to do a lot more with the gold and experience that they have right now, especially Solo's Invoker, who is about to work on that Scythe of Ice. When he has that, plus the high amount of movement speed, it's just Fnatic have to have really good initiations every single time.
Hardy. So, did you see Yol? I don't know if you saw Yol. His movement around the tree line has not been helping him, but he wants Goldblack. I don't think he's got enough damage to kill off Goldblack, though. I think he knows that too. So I have Vendetta.
Waited for another Vendetta.
Yeah. 1 second to come off cooldown, and then he can go for a hunt. But the Observer Ward's watching BZZ. Just behind the lines, watching them all farm up.
Oh, maybe he could find Seedoy Invis. That would be a huge pickup, because he has a gem right now.
Yep. So he can attack him while he's just standing there. Not while Goldblack is there. While the Hand of God's available.
A Hand of God and mech, yeah. You don't have the burst, especially with the fact he went Yule.
He's going to go on Goldblack. And Goldblack's finally now walked away from the rest of his teammates. So Vendetta, stun, actually goes through the army as well. And then Dagon to finish the job. They even gave him the Centaur ulti to ensure this kill. Speaking of Centaur, a full heart is now completed on him. 3.K life points to get through on Era. Not to mention the return, not to mention the evasion, and not to mention a little bit of melee damage block too.
Yeah.
Or physical, whatever.
Yeah, Centaur is actually pretty good against like Gyrocopter. Like Gyrocopter isn't very good direct damage. It takes him so many auto attacks to get through all of that health, but ROX.KIS do have really good kiting abilities. They have good ways to just kind of interrupt Centaur and make him ineffective, even if he does have a ton of health. Once you burn out his mana, he's really not that scary.
Coming back to fight. They got observers and sentries everywhere. They're seeing everything. And the Pins are coming out to say, please kill off Seedoy. And Honey, he might oblige. Chen's just going to respawn, but Seedoy hit Dagon. Even if they tried Hand of God, they would never have seen him in time. And Yol, lol, glimpse. He only just walked out. The Chen army has walked in. They're able to start up on Trixie. They initiate, the Centaur will jump like that to the front line. He wants to take this up. EMP or not, wait for him to turn. Era really taking a lot of damage. No-Tail locked down for the moment. Yol was able to feed script him up. Era now turned to a Piglet. They still can't pick him off straight away. That's why they're trying to kill off Fly. They jump over to a double stun into the double edge as well. Seedoy will pop. KIS, they're still gunked up, and you know Era, Blink Dagger not available 1 second. Now he can, no he can't. He gets attacked, but Hani, he can't either. Now he can. Blink Dagger up, hits on BZZ. And that's going to be a triple kill for Hani, and the courier getting sniped out by Era.
I can't believe this, but ROX.KIS just lost the game.
Yep.
They just got picked up over and over. How many times did Hani, like he's beyond godlike right now.
He's walking around with 15-3-11 on that Nyx Assassin. Era, he ended up with a 9-2-14. ROX.KIS just hit the point where they didn't have enough damage to get the kill, and the second like Gyrocopter expanded his flat cannon, there was nothing else left. And the flat cannon is nowhere near as powerful as it used to be. Rocket Barrage was doing nothing. Era finishes the game with 4K life points. It was just too much. So GG is called. They get one last kill probably. Yeah, they got him in just at the end. So 37-25, a glorious victory is witnessed. Only one game.
It is only one game. First series. This has been a very, very entertaining game one. We hope for another entertaining game two. ROX.KIS and Fnatic both got, I think, some things that they can do a lot better. But they both had some really, really good plays on either side. Fnatic and their really fast Blink Dagger.